Right. Well, my name's Autumn, and I was hired during the pandemic. Even before COVID was part of our everyday vocabulary, Saving Grace had decided if they were going to expand impact, they wanted to invest in their infrastructure. And perhaps little did they know when they made that decision just how timely it was going to be. So during the pandemic, we've all learned something about the food system, I think. We've heard words like essential worker and supply chain. We panicked about shortages when we saw empty shelves. We saw wasted milk poured out onto the ground. We saw food prices go up and restaurants closed. The thing is, we don't have a food production problem. We have a food distribution problem. And the pandemic, it just magnified it. So how much food are we wasting? Well, imagine filling Memorial Stadium with food for every home and away game for the next 60 years. This amount of waste has far-reaching implications for society. That wholesome food that could have been going to feed families is sent to the landfills every day. And before you blame Costco, 40% of the food waste in Nebraska, it comes from our own homes. What does that look like? Well, it's like going out and buying 5 bags of groceries, and on your way to the car, drop 2 of them in the dumpster. Here in Douglas County, 12% of our neighbors are food insecure. And if we're talking about children, that number goes up to 16%. But the pandemic taught us that nothing is simple or straightforward, because it's not just about the food that's wasted. It's about 1/4 of the world's fresh water. It's about fuel, labor, fertilizers, pesticides, and land use. And once the food's in the landfill, all we get back is greenhouse gases, about the equivalent of 37 million passenger cars on the road. So if you want to do something about climate change, let's stop wasting food. And that's where we step in. This is the inverted food waste pyramid, and it shows how we can address these problems. And we're a logistics business. We capture excess perishable food that would have ended up in landfills, and we deliver it same day, free of charge, to nonprofit partners that are serving those that are food insecure. We've been there before and during the pandemic, and we're going to be doing that afterwards, but we're also looking for new and innovative ways to rescue and redistribute food. We've used a cycle of just pause, assess, anticipate, and act to help us maintain calm and avoid overreaction to new information, which there was plenty of during the pandemic. A lot of our food donors saw a lot change over the last year. And some of them had to pause donations. Some of them even closed. They're critical partners in this work, and I think they're due some recognition for what they've gone through. But as they start to open up again, many of them are resuming their donations, and we're hoping to recruit many more food donors because we know there's still lots of food out there that we're not rescuing. We match the food to nonprofit partners' needs, and those changed a lot this year because they were seeing record numbers of people seeking food assistance. But the community is resilient. People came together, and we're pleased to be offering our logistics service in some new ways. Because when regular donations dipped by about 50% in 2020, we were able to step in and start distributing farmers to family food boxes throughout the community. We're still doing this, but we're also collaborating on some new and innovative ways to address food inequity and equitable access to food. So we know that while this pandemic hopefully is going to be fading into the history books, the problems of wasted food and hunger are still persisting. But good news, we have solutions.